God message today. Watch this video for the next 18 minutes. If you want to receive blessings in your life, God is saying to you today, my child, I know you are worrying about certain things, maybe about your parents, or about your spouse, or about your children, or about your education, or about your job. I know how these things make you stress. Let me tell you, worrying will never change anything, but your faith in me can change anything. Let me tell you one thing. I will test you to know how much you trust me by using certain things that are in your life. When you are writing an exam, if you don't write the correct answer, you will not pass the test. Later, you will have to write that exam again to pass the test. Even at that time, you must write the correct answer to pass the test. Otherwise, you will again have to write that test. In the same way, when I test you, I will check how much faith you have in me, how obedient you are to me, how patient you are, and a lot of other things too. If you lack any of these things, I will let those things that you are facing continue. It is because I love you and I need you to have the best. You know that I will never do anything without having a plan. You know that through the things that you are facing, I will shape you, mold you, and prepare you towards the blessing that I have for you. So instead of focusing more on the things that are happening in your life, try to focus more on me. Have faith in me. I will turn your sorrow into the greatest joy. Like this video, if you believe in God, God is saying to you today, I will never allow something to happen in your life without having a plan. I could have made David something else other than a shepherd boy, but I did not do that because long before Samuel saw David, I decided David to be the king. When he was a shepherd, his primary responsibility was the safety and welfare of the flock. He had to graze the animals, herding them to areas of good forage and protecting them from eating poisonous plants and also from wild animals. In fact, I was training him to be the king. A king's primary responsibility is the safety and welfare of his people. So the past things that happened in the life of David were not a waste. Instead, through the past, I had prepared him for the future that I had prepared for him. In the same way, do not worry about what happened or why that happened in your life. Instead, move forward by having faith in me. Your past is not going to be a waste. It will only lead you towards the future that I had prepared for you. Have faith in me. Type 333 to claim it. God is saying to you today, rejection does not mean that it is the end of your life. It means that you have better things stored by me for you. As the answer to that rejection, you know about what happened in the life of Joseph. Joseph was rejected by his own brothers. They plotted to kill him. Later, Joseph was the one who had helped them by being the blessing in their life. In the same way, don't worry about who rejected you, why you got rejected at that time. Trust in me. When I made and sent you to this world, I already made plans to bless your life, prosper your life. So rejection does not mean that it is the end of your life, but it means that I have better, amazing things for you. Have faith in me. Type 101 to claim it. God is saying to you today, some situations may make you stuck and make you ask me what else more you should do. Now, when I made Abraham wait for a long time, The situation of waiting would have made him stuck from moving forward, and also could have made him ask me, what else more should I do? But instead of focusing on the situation, he focused on me, and he faced the situation by moving forward, by trusting me. Don't try to skip Jesus by skipping this video. When Daniel heard about throwing Daniel into the lion's den, that situation would have made him stuck from moving forward, and also could have made him ask me, what else more should I do? But instead of focusing on the situation, he focused on me, and he faced the situation by trusting me. They knew that if I allow something, then surely I will have a plan. Even in your life, some situations may make you stuck and make you ask me what else more you should do. Now at that time, instead of focusing on the situation, focus on me, then move forward by trusting. I will never allow something without having a plan. You know that very well. Remember one thing, everything that is happening in your life is for my glory. So have faith in me. Type 333 to claim it. My dear children, embrace the truth in Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Even in the trials, miracles are being woven into the fabric of your existence for your ultimate good. Type Amen to affirm. God is saying to you today, I have a plan for you. Don't lose your faith in me by focusing more on the circumstances. When I led the Israelites towards the promised land that I prepared for them through the Red Sea, by seeing the sea itself, they all grumbled against me. They said it was better to stay in Egypt. They have lost their faith by focusing more on what they see with their eyes instead of focusing on me. In your life, there are certain things that are happening. It may be making you lose your faith in me, but remember one thing. You have a promise from me, a promise to bless you, a promise to prosper you, a promise to protect you, a promise to provide you with what is exactly needed for your life. You also know that every word that comes from my mouth will never ever return as void. So have faith in me. Remember, I led the Israelites towards the Red Sea in order to open a way towards the promised land that I had prepared for them. So have faith in me. For everything, I have a plan. Always remember you have a promise. If I have given that promise, then I will do it. Type 1101 to claim it. God is saying to you today, it is true if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Also, let me remind you something. When the disciples asked my son about the end times, he said to them, nations will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes, famines, and pestilences in various places, and fearful events and great signs from heaven. Type, I love you, God, to show your love to God on the earth. Nations will be in anguish and perplexity at the roaring and tossing of the sea. People will faint from terror, apprehensive of what is coming on the world, for the heavenly bodies will be shaken. At that time, they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. What I want to say to you is that pray and be prepared for the great day to come. Type Amen if you agree. God is saying to you today, I will not give some of the things that you have asked me because I know what will happen if I give you those things. When Peter and his friends were fishing the whole night, they prayed to me for the fish. But I did not answer their prayers because I had another plan for them. In the morning, if I had given them what they have asked for, they would not be known as what they are being known as now. In the same way, you may not get certain things that you are praying for. Type Amen if you agree. It is not because I am not hearing your prayers. I am hearing your prayers. But it is because I have a plan for you, a plan to prosper you, a plan to bless you. Remember one thing, just because the things that you think are best for you does not mean that is the exact thing that you need. Have faith in me. In the right time, I will bless you with the best thing. Type, Jesus is Lord, if you love Jesus. God is saying to you today, you don't have to worry about how a door will open for you. In the right time, I will open the door which leads you towards the blessing that I have for you. You know what happened in the life of Joseph when he prayed for a door to open. I made him wait. Even in the midst of his waiting, he trusted me. But when you see what happened in Joseph's life at the right time, I opened a door for him. Type, help me God, for the help from God towards the blessing that I had for him. I know you are also waiting for a door to open, but let me tell you one thing. Your waiting will not be a waste. When you get what I have stored for you at that time, you will understand the waiting was worth it. In the right time, I will provide what you need. Have faith in me. Type I am God's child. God is saying to you today, the weapon that was formed against you by the devil will not prosper. Instead, I will use that weapon to prosper the plan which I have for you without letting that weapon harm you. You know what happened in the life of Daniel. In his life, I created a situation to bless Daniel, but the devil had used that situation as a weapon to throw Daniel into the lion's den to destroy Daniel's life. But the devil forgot one thing. It was about me. The devil forgot that I am there with Daniel. The devil forgot that I am seeing everything that the devil is planning. The devil forgot that from his weapon, I would help Daniel. The devil never knew that I would use the weapon that the devil formed against Daniel as a plan. Even in your life, the devil may be planning something to destroy your life. Type 222 to claim it. The devil may use the circumstance that you are facing in your life to destroy you. That can be through the circumstance that I have planned for giving you the best blessing. But let me tell you, the weapon that the devil is forming against you will not prosper because you are my child. Type 1111 to claim it. I will never do anything to harm you. Have faith in me. Even when you face certain things in your life, don't lose your faith in me. Believe in me. By believing I am with you always. I will bless you. For everything I have a plan. God is saying to you today, certain things have to happen in your life. It can be a thing that you don't want to happen in your life. Joseph did not wish to go to jail, but I sent him to jail. When Joseph was in jail, he didn't want to stay there. He prayed to me to open a door to bring him out of jail, but I put him in jail for a purpose. He didn't know what that purpose was until that purpose had happened in his life. But even in the midst of that, he trusted me. In the same way, you may be going through certain things which you don't want to happen in your life. You are praying to me to open a door to bring you out of it. Let me tell you, the pain that you have been feeling now can't be compared to the joy of the blessing that is coming out of that. Trust me, for everything, I have a purpose. Don't lose your faith by looking at what you are facing. Instead, hold your faith by remembering who I am and what I can do. I will bless you. Type Amen if you agree. Subscribe to this channel for more videos. Share this video with those who love God.